FTAI Aviation owns, leases, and sells aviation equipment, and also develops and manufactures aftermarket components for aircraft engines through a joint venture. The company targets assets that generate strong cash flows with potential for earnings growth and asset appreciation. Their operations consist of two main segments: aviation leasing and aerospace products. The aviation leasing business acquires assets such as aircraft that are leased to companies providing transportation services, typically on long-term contractual agreements with high cash-on-cash yields. They own and manage 421 aviation assets, including 109 commercial aircraft and 312 engines, with 94 aircraft and 181 engines currently leased to operators or third parties. In 2024, aviation equipment was approximately 76% utilized, with aircraft having a weighted average remaining lease term of 47 months, while the engines on lease have an average remaining lease term of 22 months. The aerospace products business develops and manufactures aftermarket components for aircraft engines and repairs, and sells these components through maintenance facilities and exclusivity arrangements, primarily for specific commercial aircraft engines. This segment operates through maintenance facilities, an equity method investment, and exclusivity arrangements. The company also holds a 25% interest in the Advanced Engine Repair JV, focusing on developing cost-saving programs for engine repairs. FTAI actively manages and monitors its asset portfolios, frequently reviewing asset status and outlining options for releasing or selling assets returning from lease or undergoing repair. The company develops and executes operational, finance, and business development strategies and discusses asset status with its board of directors. Their strategy is to own a diverse mix of high-quality aviation assets and equipment that generate predictable cash flows in markets with potential for strong long-term growth and attractive returns on deployed capital. The company takes a proactive investment approach by identifying key secular trends and pursuing compelling opportunities, often looking for unique investments, including assets that are distressed or undervalued, or where the company can add value through active management. In line with this strategy, the company announced the launch of a strategic capital initiative in collaboration with third-party institutional investors on December 30th, 2024. The first partnership under this initiative will focus on acquiring 737NG and A320ceo aircraft, allowing FTAI Aviation to maintain an asset-light business model while the partnerships actively acquire on-lease narrow-body aircraft at scale. The company will provide aircraft management services to the partnership and make minority investments. FTAI Aviation's asset acquisition process involves developing an asset acquisition strategy and then pursuing optimal opportunities within that strategy, often relying on the company's network of industry relationships to source new opportunities. The company performs detailed due diligence on potential acquisitions, including a comprehensive review of the asset, industry and market dynamics, competitive positioning, and financial and operational performance. In managing its assets, FTAI Aviation maintains relationships with global operators and utilizes these connections to explore leasing needs and opportunities. The company also partners with third-party MRO facilities to lease engines and support airlines' fleet management needs. While FTAI Aviation expects to hold its assets long-term, it continually reviews them to determine whether to sell or monetize, considering market conditions, asset age, lease profile, and remaining useful life. The company closely monitors the credit quality of its customers and lessees, interacting regularly to track collections, review financial statements, and discuss operating performance. Most lease agreements require lessee reporting, enabling FTAI Aviation to maintain contact and monitor liquidity positions. Many leases and contractual arrangements include credit enhancement elements that provide additional collateral or credit support. Customers and lessees primarily consist of global operators and industrial companies, including airlines. The company maintains ongoing relationships and dialogue with these parties, which helps monitor their needs and quality while sourcing additional opportunities in the aviation sector. Although a significant portion of revenue historically comes from a small number of customers and lessees, FTAI Aviation believes it is not dependent on any particular customer or lessee due to its ability to release or resell assets at similar terms. The aviation asset acquisition, management, and marketing business is highly competitive, with market competition for acquisition opportunities coming from traditional aviation companies, commercial and investment banks, and non-traditional participants such as hedge funds, private equity funds, and other private investors. Additionally, the markets for FTAI Aviation's products and services are competitive, with competitors including engine and aircraft parts manufacturers, aircraft and aircraft engine lessors, airline and aircraft services and repair companies, and aircraft spare parts distributors. FTAI Aviation competes with other market participants based on industry knowledge, availability of capital, deal structuring experience, and flexibility. The company believes its experience in the aviation industry, both in leasing and maintenance, and its access to capital provide a competitive advantage. For more on FTAI Aviation and other companies, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.